if you're even thinking about selling, let us know because we may be able to matchmake you. Hey guys, Bridget Carroll here with the Bridget Carroll team of Keller Williams. Thank you to those of you who attended our pasta making Zoom date night a couple of weeks ago. I had so much fun seeing your faces and joining Chef Max from Italy, learned how to make gnocchi and ravioli. It was so much fun. Next month, March 25th from 5 to 6, we are doing a Zoom sellers seminar all about how to sell your property. If you have any questions, please RSVP below and put those questions in your RSVP. We'd love to cover any questions you have. So let's talk about the market for a minute. I'm sure you may have heard, maybe not, but it is really an interesting market right now. The National Association of Realtors has said that there is 3.1 month supply of inventory right now, which is historically low. Month supply is an indicator of supply and demand. How long would it take for the current supply of inventory of homes to sell? And right now it's 3.1 months, which is very low. If we look at Naperville, for example, overall, Naperville is at 3 months. If we zoom in on more of the entry-level buyer, 300 to 500, that month supply is 1.6. Glen Ellen, 3.3 month supply of overall. If we look at that move-up buyer or maybe the city buyer coming from the city or whoever in that 600 to 800 price range, which is always very competitive, again, we're at 1.6 month supply. So not a lot of choices. We're working our network, of course, the MLS, the private listing network, to give our buyers as many options as possible. But that said, if you're even thinking about selling, let me know, because right now it's almost like a matchmaking game. Hey, I got a Cape Cod over here. What do you got over there? Do you have a Foursquare? Do you have a new construction? It's like having those conversations on a daily basis with my network of agents is pretty much what we're doing to try to connect those dots and try to make a successful purchase for our buyers. Multiple bids are very, very common right now, especially for properties that are priced well in a great location and a relatively turnkey house. Multiple bids are very, very common. And we can work with you to be a successful multiple bidder. But what does it take to be a successful buyer in a multiple bid situation? Obviously, price is going to be very important to most sellers. There are many, many other factors, and this could be another 30-minute video, but let's go over a few of them. So price, we talked about. Not having a property to sell is essential. And if you have a property to sell, what that means is that we need to sell it, close it, have you maybe live with a family member or temporary housing for a little bit, and then go in and make a really strong offer on your purchase. That's so annoying. Nobody wants to do that. I totally get that. But unfortunately, in a multiple bid situation, having a house to sell is never a good thing. Number two, as is. Taking the property as is. What does that mean? You do your inspections, but you don't ask the seller to give you a credit or make any repairs. That can put your offer ahead of the pack. Also, appraisal or mortgage contingency. You may have a mortgage, but maybe you waive the appraisal contingency, meaning that if you offer $100,000, but the appraisal comes back at $90,000, you are willing to bridge that gap if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, you're willing to give the seller the reassurance that you will. So many other things that we could talk about. Another big thing for me is having positive and professional relationships with all of my agent community. I know a lot of agents, I've worked with a lot of them, and I want to make sure that they know that if we're submitting an offer in a multiple bid situation, that I've worked with my buyers, they're great buyers, it's going to be a smooth transaction, and we can get them to the closing table. So yeah, so every day, that's what we're doing. We're matchmakers, trying to find properties for clients, trying to successfully guide them to the closing table. And it's interesting, super fun. But yeah, if you're even thinking about selling, let us know, because we may be able to matchmake you or find you a property or find a buyer for your property. It's a little bit of a chicken or an egg situation right now. Some sellers are hesitant to list their houses because they're worried that they won't have anywhere to go, but there are solutions and creative things that we can do to make your, whatever you need to happen. So anyway, have a great rest of your month. It is still about 2 feet of snow on the ground here in Chicago. I'm dreaming of warmer weather. But yeah, stay well. Thank you guys. Have a good day.